Hello again and welcome to today's video. After yesterday's line 94A, we will impress you, or I will impress you today, by creating line 94B. Once again, it has very little in common with line 94, but that surprises no one any longer. We start at Kontula. Which stop at Kontula? Well, this time the main stop over here. Could we get any closer? No, we can't. Just look at the asphalt. We stop at Kaarikuja. We stop at Kivikonkaari, obviously. Yes, that's correct. And then we turn left and we stop at Linnoituksen tie, at Varustuksen tie, at Järkälekuja, at Kurkimäen tie, at Kivijata-tie. Oh no, we do not stop at Kivijata-tie. Sorry about that. After Kurkimäen tie, but why don't we stop at Kivijata-tie? Because the line runs straight through the stop, or is it a one-way stop? There is something I don't understand in this thing. Now, let me have a look at the real map. So Kurkimäen tie is over there, right? Oh. What's happening here? Like I said, there's something I don't understand. 1 second. Alright, so Kivijata-tie is a one-way stop. It stops. Yeah, well, only line 57. No. It stops there on its way back. But also Kivikontie is a one-way stop on this line. So what we will do now, sorry about the delay, I just had to read some notes from the map, but we will create another stop for Kivikontie, which actually in real life does not exist. At least not in here. The stop is actually in there, but it's the same stop as the one over here. A bit hard to explain, but let's just do things this way this time. Okay, good, cool, fine. And then we delete the station and we'll make it a platform of Kivikontie. Come on, I want the road. Thank you. And there we go. And yeah, because sometimes putting stops a bit off their real location causes things like this, causes me not to understand the map. But the following stop. And the first new real stop over here is called Savikiekontie. Let me see. Savikiekontie is over here. Lerduveveien. So it's after the sports field, which obviously is located over there by the round. It's not. What the hell? Oh, it's located over there. Yeah, so Savikiekontie Lerduveveien is located over here. That's about the correct spot. That's it. And then we'll build the road from Savikiekontie to the existing roads like this. And that's it. Then just add the signals to this stretch of track. There we go. And oops, sorry about that. The keyboard does have its own will. Then we have kivikonkuja. Steinsböllegrendin. 1 second. Does 94B... This is a joke. The line runs once daily to one direction. It runs to this area every morning and it runs back every afternoon. And that's it. This is a joke. These 94 lines, these lines must be a joke. But okay, I will take this. I mean, this must be an industrial. I've never been here, but this must be an industrial area, and that's why it's assumed that people want to go there for work in the morning. They want to go home in the evening. Suppose you're not working any strange shifts, are you? Jesus. Well, I can promise you, my HSL, my bus lines are providing a much better service. We do operate, obviously, with only one bus, but still, I think I can manage at least one service an hour, maybe even two. If the people here are lucky. That's actually the most some of the towns in the north and central Finland can offer. I mean, the only cities with reasonable public transport are Helsinki, Turku, and Tampere. Oulu has a good attempt, but that's not enough because the city has been designed for cars. But once again, unless something strange happens with me, you are going to be able to experience creating all of these cities with me. Because after Helsinki is finished, I will move on to Espoo, and then I will move on to Vantaa, and then I will move on outside the capital region. I will not stop this. I will not stop this. Let's create the whole of Finland, and then let's move on to Sweden. But this will take years. And of course, the disclaimer is this will be my attempt. I will attempt to create all of these lines, but you never know where life brings you. I mean, what if I get bored with this game and collective traffic? What if I get cancer? What if I will be paralyzed? I mean, that would prevent me from creating things, so I will just have to tell you, I will keep on creating these lines until I cannot do it any longer. And we are at the terminus, not of my life, but that of this line. And Kivikon Laita 43 is the terminus, that's called Stensböllekanten 34. And it's a single stop, served by a single line, twice a day. I will just create it as a double, I mean, I don't care. And this, my friends, is probably the most useless line. This city has to offer. I should actually take this line one day, drive there in the morning, go there and see what the fuck is over there, and then just come back in the afternoon. It's so sad it only runs Monday to Friday. And I work Monday to Friday because I have better things to do than run bus line 94B to Stensbyllekanten 43 and pretend that this thing affects my life somehow. How am I becoming this aggressive with this particular line? But I mean, a line which only runs once a day doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, it's a very specific line serving a very specific group of people. All right. Fine. Accept it. Build it. Done. So let's create, shall we? And actually, so far, this is a figure I would like you to consider. 792 stops. That's a whole lot. But I'm not here to boast about my stop building skills, which actually aren't that great. I'm here to prove my point and create a line. Come on, paste it. Oops. The standard price of 3.5 euros also applies to this line. We'll get to the price per kilometer later on. Wonderful. So here we start. But before I finish, I should perhaps check whether this line is actually is identical to both directions, because that's oh, of course it isn't, my dear friends. This will need further building, because what happens here is that the line most definitely is not identical to both directions. I'm glad I checked. and this makes things even more fascinating now. Where was I? I was over here. Indeed, I will need to create a small crossing in here. Oh no, don't do that. Please don't. Please. Fuck you. Here we go, and there we go, and that should do it. Build the rest. The line is not identical to both directions. And there is even a stop which I have not created, and I will not start creating that stop now. I've had enough with these 94s. Let's just put it that way. These are completely useless lines, and I do not see any sense or any reason in why somebody has decided to create them this way. Well, none of my business, obviously. But still. And then obviously wait. What happens in there? So it doesn't stop at this stop. Oh no. Well, actually, to avoid bigger issues, it will stop at that stop. Period. Because what I will need to do now is I will need to make a... Why? This is another bug. I mean, all the signals on the track are aligned in a way in which that should not happen. And yet it happens. It sort of mixes up tracks, but no. So now we are at 9 kilometers. Great. This line will definitely be operated by one single bus each day only. And actually that one lonely bus will have to run this very track throughout its existence. Wonderful. You are into solitary confinement, and now let's see what your number is. It's 264 running line 94B, and that's it. 30 minutes. HSL offers once a day to One Direction. I offer every 30 minutes to One Direction. So thank you. That was line 94B, and I hope I will escape this Kontula madness with the following line, because this is sort of starting to go beyond my scope of understanding of line building. But that's all for today, and I will return tomorrow with a new video. So let's see what will come of that. Until tomorrow, it's bye.